Jake Paul appears to be uninterested in a brawl with Vitor Belfort, as the internet sensation responded flatly to his $30 million demand. In today's video, we are going to delve into all the details surrounding the potential upcoming boxing match between Jake Paul and Belfort. Stay tuned for all the inside details. Belfort versus Jake Paul. Will it happen? Just recently in Florida, former UFC star Belfort defeated ring icon Evander Holyfield. It was Belfort's first ring victory since his professional boxing debut in 2006. After the triumph, Belfort lost no time in calling out internet sensation Jake Paul, with Triller co-founder Ryan Kavanaugh making a huge offer for the problem child. "We've got $25 million, Belfort stated after his triumph. "The winner gets everything. Let's go, Jake Paul, and don't flee from me." Although he has won my respect, he is still a Disney kid. "Allow me to teach you anything." Belfort continued taunting Paul into fighting him, saying, "You're going to be my kid. I'll be your daddy. I'm going to put you on my lap. You're going to sleep like a baby. You better start training. All your fans are going to be Vitor Belfort fans. I've got family. You don't have family. America needs me, not you." Kavanaugh then increased his offer to $30 million. Since the emergence of celebrity and YouTube boxing in the last year, Paul has become one of the most well-known figures in combat sports. Most Valuable Promotions, Paul's promotional organization, implicitly responded to Belfort by tweeting 3 photos congratulating fellow UFC legend Anderson Silva on his victory over Tito Ortiz. The photos, which show Silva defeating Belfort in a 2011 battle, were captioned, "Anderson Silva, congrats, I've always been a KO performer. Vitor Belfort, good night." Paul, who is undefeated in 4 professional fights, does not appear to be interested in fighting Belfort next. Paul's most recent battle was against Tyron Woodley, and while he retired as a result, he promptly talked up a match with Tommy Fury as his next opponent. He stated, "Tommy Fury, in my opinion, is at the top of that list. He's competent, undefeated, and a genuine boxer. He has around 4 million Instagram followers, which indicates a high level of engagement. From his relationship show, Love Island, he has a following." It is clear that Paul only really wants to fight people that will bring in a large crowd of viewers and ultimately a huge bag. And we don't blame him. He already has a career on social media. Boxing is simply another side hustle for the online star. Jake Paul. Who will he box next? Jake Paul entered the boxing ring for the first time in 2018 to fight other content creators. He's moved on to facing sportsmen and skilled fighters since then. His knockout victories over Nate Robinson and Ben Askren were remarkable, but a split decision victory against Tyron Woodley solidified his reputation and elevated him to a formidable opponent. Before his fight against former UFC welterweight champion Tyron Woodley on August 29th, YouTube personality Jake Paul posted what some are calling a hit list of potential boxing opponents. Pro boxer Saul Canelo Alvarez, MMA star Conor McGregor, his brother Logan Paul, and another YouTuber, KSI, are among Paul's opponents. Floyd Mayweather Jr., the undefeated boxer who dominated his brother Logan in a June exhibition match, is noticeably absent. There was talk that Mayweather would fight Jake, but it doesn't appear to be on the cards. With a 3-0 record, Paul's professional boxing career is off to a great start. As he steadily improved the level of competition, he's defeated YouTuber Ali Anisan Gib Al-Fakri, former NBA player Nate Robinson, and former MMA fighter Ben Askren. Paul and his brother were instrumental in establishing the trend of celebrity boxing contests taking center stage for diverse entertainment events with a concert-like ambience in recent years. According to online sources, the Mayweather-Paul fight in June produced an estimated 1 million pay-per-view buys and over $50 million in media revenue. The question is whether the cards will hold their value after the novelty wears off. The bout between Woodley and Paul should be a good indicator of that. Paddy Pimblett. In response to Paul posting this list of potential boxing opponents, Paddy Pimblett responded. Jake Paul has been advised by Paddy Pimblett to get his checkbook out if he wants to fight. Since making his UFC debut, Pimblett has amassed over 500,000 followers on Instagram. Following his dominant first-round victory against Luigi Vendramini in his debut bout in the United States, Paul's promotional outfit, Most Valuable Promotions, put the Scouse boxer on a list of potential opponents. With a statement alluding to him being one of 5 choices for the future, the firm released an image of a mirror fighting story in which Pimblett offered to KO the YouTube star after his debut. And, according to online sources, Pimblett admits that the possibility of fighting Paul, who is much larger, excites him. When notified about the social media post, Pimblett responded, "That's a belter. Get the money out, lad. I'm here. And if the money's correct, I'm ready to go." He continued, "He's a bad sausage. I was asked about him and I just told the truth about him. He's a bad mushroom. If he ever wants a real fight, I'm here to punch his head in. But I'm not calling him out. I wouldn't stoop that low." Pimblett was one of 5 fighters mentioned in Paul's Most Valuable Promotions essay, which also included Jorge Masvidal, Derek Brunson, Anderson Silva, and Mike Perry. All but Silva are now signed to the UFC, so a crossover bout is unlikely, especially given Paul's sour relationship with the organization and its president, Dana White. Conor McGregor. Paul has been yelling at McGregor for a while, and he finally got his attention last night. Following Paul's victory, McGregor tweeted, "salivating," implying that he wanted to fight Paul. However, he later followed up with a photo of lobster pasta. When asked about McGregor's remarks at his press conference, Paul replied, "I'm salivating too." Paul continued, "I'm just getting warmed up," Paul said. "Conor McGregor has a lot more to focus on besides me right now. I'm 5 wins in a row. He's 1-3 in the past 4 years. So the guy needs to get off his little vodka, or whatever his brand is, and sober up and start to get back in the gym. And then we can fight." But to be honest, no way he hits harder than Woodley. He doesn't weigh as much as Woodley. He's shorter than Woodley. McGregor has lost 3 of his last 4 UFC fights, including his most recent fight against Dustin Poirier, in which he suffered an ankle injury. In August 2017, McGregor challenged pound-for-pound legend Floyd Mayweather Jr. in a boxing match, losing by technical knockout in the 10th round. It's unknown whether McGregor would return to the UFC or pursue boxing next, but either option would be a lucrative one for Paul. KSI. Williams Olatunji, better known on YouTube as KSI, famously fought Paul's older brother, Logan, in an amateur bout in August 2018 and a professional bout in November 2019. After a majority tie in his first fight with Logan Paul, KSI won their rematch by a split decision. KSI has not fought since, though he is rumored to be interested in fighting YouTuber vlogger Austin McBroom in the near future. Jake Paul and KSI have previously traded barbs on social media, including a meeting in the middle of the ring following Paul's victory against Anisan Gibb, implying that they want to fight. KSI definitely wants to fight Jake Paul, but not until he is ready, according to KSI's manager, Liam Cheevers. Because KSI has less battles and has been less active than Paul, this matchup could take some time. Nate Diaz. Diaz, like McGregor, tweeted about Paul's fight on Sunday night, stating, "These guys both suck," in reference to Paul and Woodley. In his post-fight news conference, Paul ridiculed Diaz's voice while reading the tweet and discussed the possibility of a rematch. "Of course, he wants a payday," Paul said. "I'm a money fighter, one of the money fighters in boxing. The guy's got a lot of chin, but he doesn't land punches, right? That fight's there, no problem." Diaz has also lost 3 of his last 4 fights, the most recent being a unanimous decision loss in June 2021 to Leon Edwards. Diaz has never fought in a professional boxing match, but he has spent time training with Richard Perez and has skills that could be useful in the ring. And there you have it, everything you need to know about the potential boxing match between Belfort and Jake Paul, and what Paul has responded with. Additionally, we also spoke about the next potential opponents for Jake Paul and who the YouTuber turned boxer wants to go up against next. Currently, Paul is going 3-0 with no losses. Many are eager to watch someone come out victorious against the social media star, and many accuse him of only going up against opponents who are not on an equal playing field with Paul. Regardless, Paul has proved himself as a successful boxer and has the world watching, whether you love him or hate him, and that is very impressive. Let us know your thoughts down below. Who do you think Paul will get in the ring with next? Do you think he will take the $30 million deal against Belfort? If you enjoyed today's video, don't forget to like and subscribe so you never miss out on any of our new and upcoming content. Thanks for watching.